Hello students, so today we are going to talk about in this video about the basic structural fundamental unit of life called as cell, which is we all are made up of. So let's just start about the cell. As we all know, as you can see the diagram, these are the cells which constitute organ, then organism, and then we constitute to be a organ system. And most importantly, not to forget, cell constitute tissues. Yes, so as you can see that Robert Hooke was the first person who introduced about cell, that what is a cell, how does it look like, where did we found it out. So he was the one who talked about it, its function, structures. And you can see the structure of cell, where you can see nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm, cell membrane, DNA, lysosomes, ribosome, mitochondria, and Golgi. So it's kind of a short video about cell. As you all know that all organisms are made up of cell. Like I said already, they are made up of a single cell, which we call it as unicellular. If they are more, then multicellular. Mycoplasma is the smallest known cell, and they provide structure, convert nutrients and food energy into. Then if we talk about the characteristics of cell, it provides structures, like I said, support to a body just to do so many functions, and different individual organizes and separate membrane. Nucleus is also whole genetic information, and hence it has nucleus, membrane and other organelle which it help. Then if we talk about every organelle in detail, so mitochondria is a double membrane structure, we call it as the powerhouse of cell. Like it gives us so much of energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and provide all the cell to do their functions. And in the same way, lysosome digests unwanted material, endoplasmic reticulum, internal organization, selected molecules. Now, as you can see, the types of cell like RBCs are in front of you, epithelial cells are there, and some microorganism on your right bottom. So these are different types of cell that we constitute in an environment, and all of them are in a living form. That means they are living, and these are very small, minute, you cannot see with eyes. Now, entry of cell, how does you see? So it's a bacteria on the left hand side, which is circular structure. How does it enter to your body? It enter to your body like a structure of earth. It just enter as a host, and certainly it comes inside whenever it find a way to it. Yes, you heard it right. It is like a thief. Now you see the 3D structure of cell, wherein you can easily identify that there is a mitochondria, there is a lysosome, there is a nucleus, and there are endoplasmic reticulum as enveloped form. Now, the history. We need to understand what is the history behind it. So, fundamental unit of life, self-replicating in structure. It was observed by Robert Hooke in 1665. We have already discussed, and it was discussed in Slice of Cork. Yes, it's a unicellular and multicellular organism, but most importantly, we need to understand that cell is the basic unit. That's why after this, we study so many things in biological sciences. Now, if I talk about in cell theory, so it was a theory that has been suggested by Schildeen and Schwann, and after the cell structure was discovered, this theory was came, and they're composed of cells, and there is a basic unit, and he talked about so many things, that there is a theory, that he gave a theory including so many points and formulated so many points like about genetic information. Now, if I talk about this man, yes, he was the one. You can see Robert Hooke with his first cell. On the right hand side, the hexagonal net-like structures of cell. Now, if I talk about two types of cell, they are probably prokaryotic and eukaryotic. And you all know that prokaryotic is a primitive, which means pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. It's a Latin word, where we identify that genetic material is made up of it, and certain archaea, bacteria, cyanobacteria are it. If we talk about eukaryotic cells are like true nucleus. They are well developed. We can also talk about it as us, the animals, the plants, and humans constitute eukaryotic cells because everything is well defined. It was all about short, brief introduction of cell. I hope you understood everything. If you have understood this presentation and this video, I am so sure that you are going to be very have a brief introduction about the topic, because this is a very brief introduction about cell, in which you have talked about everything, including the types of cell, how does it look, what are its characteristics, what is the history and its history, and I'm 100% sure you're going to love it. So subscribe to my channel to know a lot about biological sciences and to study so much about this life sciences, science, and to know so many things. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.